Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And today's starter, Tanner Houck. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. In for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that's the strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Here's Mark Canha. That's to third. Dalbec gets it to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first. Here's Riley Green.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
That's hard hit on the line. Reyes makes the catch, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Our starting pitcher in this one, Reese Olson. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And out number 1 on the grab. Check out the Red Sox lineup. This team collectively, Chris, the bat-to-ball skills are outstanding. They lead the league in total hits coming in.
Yeah, Boog, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher who's got to face this lineup. I mean, every spot in the order, dangerous. Really professional hitters that walk to the dish. I mean, they just don't give away at bats. Ton of contact. You know, these fielders behind this pitcher, they better be on their toes because the ball is going to be in play a whole lot.
Yeah, when the ball is in play, at least from an offensive perspective, eventually something good can happen. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Man at first with 1 gone. Pablo Reyes stands in. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Here's Bobby Dalbec. 3 hits last night. So he was a big factor in getting that win. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Dalbec measures 6 feet 4 inches. Batting in the cleanup spot. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
2 outs. And strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Left field, way back there. Canha going back, up against the wall, and brings it in. Back now at Fenway, and here is Terry Carpenter. Houck back to work. That misses, and that is ball 1. Fought off foul. fouls it off. Still 1-2. Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground to third. Whips it to Casas. One out in the second. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Andy Ibanez. Right through there for his strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. And it falls. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Rafaela gets under it. That's out number 2.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Javier Baez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. He's in there. So 2 aboard and 2 out, scoreless game. Carson Kelly up now for the Tigers. Ground ball right side. Whips it to Casas. That's out number 3. Tigers strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Triston Casas. The right-hander back to work. Up the middle, Ibanez gathers and throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Next to hit, Vaughn Grissom, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes. But if you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you. Man, he stood no chance in that at bat. A 3-pitch strikeout, swung through all 3. Tell you what, Boog, it's not a good feeling at all.
You know that from experience?
It's happened a time or two. If I didn't roll over on the first pitch, sinker to second base, then, you know, in there long enough, then I would, yeah, I've had a couple.
My guy, hacktastic. And now the 0-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And that one hammered. Baddoo going back on this one. On the warning track and holds it in. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in Boston, now it's the rookie first baseman, Eduardo Valencia. The right-hander back to work. Puts it in the air out towards left center, and it drops in. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Valencia aboard here at first with nobody out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's one over to first, safe. Now the number 2 hitter, Mark Canha. And a foul ball. And a foul ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, mowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Green stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fouled off. He was late. Top of the 3rd, no score. Right side. Valdez drifts towards it. Hauls it in to end the inning. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now here is Connor Wong. As he turns on the rubber and with that good live arm delivers. Pitch misses outside and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Next offering is down low.
2-1.
That one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Trevor Story, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out, bases empty. And he swings through that one.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
And that's outside. Now 1 and 2. The shortstop takes the ball. Got him looking. And there is another strikeout. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boo.
On the ground. Baez fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Jon Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kerry Carpenter. Foul ball there. The wind of the pitch. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. Got him. And that's the first out.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze him.
Fouled off down the right side. Ibanez, 31 years old, usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop. And there's a foul ball.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to cover up the middle to your left, it's a big adjustment for him.
Into center field, that'll fall for a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Urshela tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Righty to the plate. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Struck him out of the foul tip.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Now it's Javier Baez. Right through there for a strike. Ibanez off of first with 2 away. Rolled over to third. And he picks it up in foul territory.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
2 outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. We're tied 0-0.
Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a pic for the motor.
Bottom of the 4th. Here's the second baseman, Ceddanne Rafaela.
The second baseman.
The line of the pitch. And he was nowhere near that one for strike 1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball.
The left fielder.
Pablo Reyes up next for the Red Sox. Flied to right his first time. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. All tied up here in the second game of the series. That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it hits off the monster. Hanna whips it back in. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one. 1 out, runner at second, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Bobby Dalbec. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. The Red Sox with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup.